Hello and welcome to a new tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to build this bread house. And there are two bread house variants, as you can see. The first one is a full bread and this one is a slightly sliced off bread. So as you can see, this is still quite the biggest part of the bread, but it's just a little bit different from this front. So I'm going to show you this one because I'm going to build this one for you and you can build along in this video. So let's go into the inside. It's quite small and cozy, but also quite a lot of features actually. So this is the kitchen with a painting and a brewing stand and a cauldron. You got some random gaps here in the wall, by the way, just to kind of imitate the holes in the bread. Then we have furnaces, a chest, we have a few seats, an enchantment table, a full level 30 enchanted table, a bit of storage and an anvil of course, and finally we got a bedroom with two beds, so this is a two-player house, and some extra storage over here. This is pretty much the full house, so let's get into this. So for this build, you are going to need these materials. Keep in mind that if you want to have a little bit more variation in your build, you are going to need less or more sandstone stairs for the holes, and you will also probably need a little bit more or less glass depending on how much light you want to have in your bread house and how many brown holes you want to have in it. And you might need more or less spruce wood. So let's go to step 1. For the first step, you're going to need some temporary blocks and some stripped spruce wood, as you can see. Keep in mind that you have to place them with the shift button next to this block so that you get this sideways texture on the side. And this is going to be 15 blocks. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And that is going to be repeated 2 more times. And on the final one, we are going to place a temporary block over here and a temporary block over here and place our final blocks like this. And then you can also remove your temporary blocks and do the exact same thing on 5 blocks further. So there's going to be a gap of 5 blocks, so jump 5 blocks. So this is 3, 4, 5, and then we are going to place 3 temporary blocks. Build the same thing again. Let's see, where does it come to? It should be here. And then we are going to need to do this 2 more times. And then you can do this higher one, the 4th layer, 1 more time as well over here. And after that, it's smart to remove the temporary blocks on this side as well and go by this side and see if there's any weird block that is not sideways but upwards. And that is for example the case for this one. This is going to be really ugly if you don't change that to a sideways block. So I recommend going to that one time or even more times in case you don't see that quickly, and just check if everything is sideways. Step 2 requires a few more temporary blocks, and you're gonna place them on the outsides or the insides, I would say, but the outer sides of the 4th layer. And the next thing we are going to do, we are going to finish an arc. So we are going to the front or the back, whatever side you want to call this, and place a block over here and place a block over here. You're gonna do this on this side as well, and then you're going up with 1, make another temporary arc, and place the last blocks. It's really important to do the temporary stuff because you want to have that all go sideways, and otherwise you're also going to notice it and it's not going to be really in your advantage probably. There you go. These are some simple arcs. Next up, 26 blocks and another temporary block or a bunch of them actually. For now, you're gonna place them on the arches, and we are going to connect the sides. And this is gonna be like a second level of logs for this side. However you look at it, this is gonna be an inner side. They're going to be connected a little bit more, and that is pretty easy. Just 13 blocks all the way here, and you have this right now. This should be removed obviously. And for now, I'm going to pick this as my front side. You can pick a side right now. It's going to be one of the more relevant things really soon, because we're going to make an entrance in 2 steps. But before we're going to do the front side, we want to have the roof finished, and we are going to need 57 logs. So it might be that you need something around 7 more of the stripped spruce wood before you go into this step. Because now we are actually going to do the roof and the back side. So I would place a temporary block on one of the sides. Actually, let's place these 2 as well, and just fill this in. And that's pretty easy. This is going to be the roof, although you are not going to see that roof from the inside, because that's going to be very boring. And I recommend using something else in the inside, and we are going to come to that later on. And now it's time to really choose a front side and a back side. This is going to be my front side, so I'm going to take this as the back side, and we are going to fill this in. So the best thing you can do is fill this in with temporary blocks. You're going to need 18 wood here, and we are going to place them sideways as always. There you go. And that should be pretty cool. From this perspective, everything seems to be correct. You can just check this quickly, see if nothing is in a bad shape. And then you can, of course, remove the temporary wall. And this is now finished from the outside. Almost finished, basically. So let's go to the front side. So for this step, you're gonna need 11 smooth sandstone, 5 smooth sandstone stairs, and a birch door. And now we're going to place an inverted door, so that's gonna be on this side, and it's not gonna be like this, but really like this. We are going to place a temporary block and a block above that, so that it looks connected. And now we need 11 more of those and 4 more of those, and we are just gonna fill it up and place some random smooth sandstone stairs. So in this case, I'm in creative, so I can place them infinitely, and I recommend just placing them randomly. I don't know where you want to place them. I don't recommend doing it like that though. Just do them really sideways, otherwise you don't get holes. It's gonna be a little bit different, but you don't get holes. And this could be pretty cool as well. And let's place a final one more on the top. And this is pretty cool in my opinion. Let's go to the inside. Once you filled in the floor, you're gonna need 72 sandstone blocks, smooth sandstone blocks, and 4 smooth sandstone stairs. And also you will probably need a birch door. This is gonna be for the inside frame, as you can call it. So go back to this back wall and then place a wall over here. And this is going to be all the way to the top. Over here you're gonna place a door. Be sure to make this over here, although you could practically also do it on the other side. Personally, I think this is looking better, but that's really up to you. Then place a sandstone door on top of that and finish this wall. You can also start placing 3 or however many you want random gaps over here. I have one. I will place one over here, and let's actually place one right here. Yeah, that should be, well, let's do it in this way. Well, okay, this is looking okay. I guess this is okay. Then for the remainder of the smooth sandstone blocks, go to this layer and fill in this top section, the ceiling. You're gonna fill this in all the way till the end with sandstone with smooth sandstone blocks, and not in this room though, but only in the main room. And the same thing is going to be for those things, because you don't want to see those random blocks over here and that one. So let's connect this to this side and place a final block over here as well, don't forget about that. And then you have the inside fixed. But obviously this house is looking kind of boring. Nobody would like to live in like this empty house. So we are going to decorate it a little bit. And the special thing about this house is that there is going to be space for an enchanting table, and a full one actually. So how you want to start this is by placing 3 enchanting bookshelves over here and connect them over here, make them 3 high. This is going to cost you 18 bookshelves already, like the left side and the right side combined. Then remove this torch, although this was a temporary torch anyways. Place 2 there, 2 there. Place 2 grindstones over here in these corners, and then use your less spruce trapdoors to make some sort of small wall that kind of makes the kitchen and the enchanting table a little bit separate. And the last thing you want to do is place a trapdoor over here, 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 and here, and then place the anvil on the back block and the barrels on either side. And of course, last but not least, but definitely really important, is the enchanting table itself, which comes over here. Obviously, in a house you want to have a kitchen and a living area, because it's in Minecraft, so you gotta eat. Let's start off with the living area. Place a crafting table over here in this corner. Then pick the 2 spruce trapdoors and place them on either side. Grab a flower pot and put it on top of that. And grab a flower and the painting and put it here. It doesn't matter which painting it is. You can take this one and you can take the one you just saw. Then place 2 smooth sandstone stairs over here. Make sure there's a gap of basically 2 blocks between the crafting table and the stair, because you want to have trapdoors on both blocks. And then a stair over here as well. These are going to be seats, obviously. Pick your birch trapdoors, your fence, and a stone pressure plate. Place the fence over here and the stone pressure plate on top of that. That's going to be a table. The birch trapdoors can be placed like this and are some sort of railing for the chairs. This is the living area basically. Then we are going to grab our lantern and place it wherever it's the darkest. I think this is the best place to place it, but that's really up to you. Then you want to place this one over here. You want to have 4 more of those. Place one over here, place one over here, then keep this one as a room for furnaces, then over here and over here. This is going to be a small table. Place the double chest on top of the table. Place 3 furnaces over here. This is going to be the place where you can cook your stuff, not over there. And a cauldron over here with a water bucket. Place a brewing stand, and finally place a painting like this. This is going to give some sphere to your house. Then for the bedroom. For the bedroom you're just gonna need 2 paintings, 3 spruce trapdoors, and 2 beds, and of course 3 barrels. Later on we are also gonna place some glass, but that's gonna be something for the next step. So start off with the brown beds, or whatever color. You can also take yellow, because this palette in this house is basically brown and yellow, or sandstone white. I don't know what color you would call it. Then place the barrels in those gaps over here. Place the spruce trapdoors over here and place the paintings. Well, I would recommend placing a temporary block in this case. And also over here, of course. There you go. And this one as well. I think it's cool to make them identical. And if you wish, you can also grab 2 more strip spruce blocks to make this connect to the wall. Probably gonna look a little bit better, but that is absolutely up to you. The final step of this house is to add some windows. The windows will provide extra light during the day, and on top of that it will create some variation in the wall. I recommend placing around 10 windows, but it's really up to you again. Watch out with the paintings, of course, if you are doing it in the bedroom. I think this one is gonna look really well. You can also place it here. It doesn't really make sense because you're not gonna watch through it, but it will create some extra detail on the outside of the building. I don't know if this is gonna work though. I think it will. Kind of weird though. Never seen the texture so often in this way. Place one over here, for example. And let's see, where can we use another one? I think over here. That's gonna look cool. Okay, so this is pretty much it for this house. Just one quick showcase. Here's the bedroom with a window right now. Actually 2 windows. We have an enchantment table, which is fully functional. I can show you if you want to. Let's grab a wooden sword, although I would not recommend enchanting a wooden sword for level 30. There you go. We have grindstones, an anvil, 2 barrels for storage, and of course here are 3 barrels as well. Then we have a double chest, some stairs so that you can just, some seats so that you can just have a nice dinner, I guess, with your friend. A crafting table, because every house kind of needs a crafting table. A few furnaces extra for storage over here, and a cauldron with a brewing stand for epic potions. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Then be sure to leave a like and share it with your friends. And if you plan to design this one as well and add a few things and stuff, then be sure to tag me in the post on Instagram. I would like to see your creation. But anyways, I will see you later, and don't be a traitor. Goodbye.